Please wear your mask when you're indoors, in public settings, and around other people. It protects you, it protects those around you.
Congressman, I'm told this is a deadly virus and we're all going to die any minute. I mean, you may fall over dead during the interview. The coronavirus is that scary. So why do all these people keep getting caught without masks on?
You know, bro, I'll tell you, we all realize the coronavirus is real. I'm sure a lot of us have had it. I know a lot of people who have got the natural immunities, and we understand that it's a real virus. But we need to understand that there is a 99% survival rate from this virus. It is not that deadly. You know, when they said they needed 2 weeks to flatten the curve, I think most Americans said, yeah, I understand logistic problems. I understand you need to get the ventilators when they need to be. I'll give you 2 weeks. We'll abide by that. And then they were calling for hundreds of thousands to be dead, possibly millions. But when I didn't start seeing the wagons rolling down the street, ringing the bell saying, bring out your dead, that's when I realized this has been overplayed. It's a political weapon. It was released on purpose by the Chinese. I genuinely believe that. It's really, really sad that we're starting to find out that the NIH actually funded the creation of this virus. So it's a disgusting thing, but that has not been fully proven yet. But I'm telling you, I believe that once we get the majority back and we start investigating the origins of this crisis, I think we'll realize it was American tax dollars that paid for it.
Oh, gosh, just think about the controversy that's going to bring up. All right, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is basically going to deny National Guardsmen pay if they don't get the vaccine. This military requirement stuff's out of hand. We have Marines. None of them have been granted exemptions up to this date. There's over 2,000. We are weakening the military on purpose. Why?
You know what? This is a question that we all have to ask ourselves. If you wanted to destroy the country as fast as humanly possible without making every single person realize what you're trying to do, this is the exact game plan you'd be carrying out. When they open the office of rooting out extremism within the military, we all know what that means. When they say extremist, they mean anybody who had a Trump sticker on their F-150, anybody who listens to Rush Limbaugh driving into work, may he rest in peace. When we started understanding this, we realized they are trying to create a partisan military, which is one of the most dangerous things I can possibly believe. It's incredibly reminiscent of really the first triumvirate in the fall of the Roman Republic after it stood for hundreds of years. The military started becoming political weapons, and we need to stop that.
Can we stop it? I mean, I understand you can't do anything when you're in the minority, but let's say in a perfect world, we get everything back by 2024. Are we going to be able to root this garbage out? Because it's a big deal. We're weakening the military.
Well, brother, the one power that Congress has actually retained, and we do need to rip a lot of the power back that we have ceded to the executive branch over the last 6 decades and to these 3 other agencies. We need to get that back. The power we still do have is to the purse. And so they might want to be able to say, hey, you know what, we're going to have all these great lecturers and all these great teachers who are going to come in and talk about critical race theory, critical mace theory, whatever you want to call it. And then when you start seeing what's going on there, we can just say, well, we're not going to give you any funding for that. And then all of a sudden, they won't be able to pay these big-time Marxist speakers to come in and indoctrinate our military. And so I do believe there's a way to stop it, especially once we're in the majority. But right now, in the minority, you're absolutely correct. This is one thing that's so frustrating being in Washington. Unless you have 51% of the vote, there's very little you can do. What we can do is we can investigate and we can really point out what's been going on within this Biden regime. And the fact that you're about to lose 2,000 to 3,000 Marines are the tip of the spear, our elite fighting force. The fact that we're going to probably lose 10% of all of our Navy SEAL team members. This is going to weaken our military readiness. And when we pulled out of Afghanistan and we had the military saying, oh, well, we're going to do over-the-horizon attacks and we'll be able to monitor what's going on. First of all, that's BS. Everybody recognizes that. But now that we have 10% of our Navy SEALs who are going to be kicked out of the military because they don't want to take some kind of a vaccine for a virus that has a 99% death survival rate, I think it's really clear that we're not going to be doing any over-the-horizon saves of American people or stopping this terrorism because we will not have the military force to do it.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.